Hi everyone. I just wanted to make a quick video and have a little chat about the state of the situation and what's going on in the world at this present moment and the evolution of our consciousness and what is happening with the acceleration of our fear and the programming that is happening at an alarming rate, as evidenced by just, not just watching what's going on in the news, but if you've had a chance to get out of your quarantine little box that you've been in to go to the store at all, you will see a lot of things that have been evolving very, very quickly, including the fear in people's eyes, the way that not just the social distancing that people are complying to, but also just the way that they look at you, like, really scared that you are going to potentially infect them, and almost like everyone is a threat to each other. And then I'm in Orange County, and so I had to go out of town briefly to find out that in order to go into a store starting tomorrow, you have to have some type of face covering and some gloves on. And to some, that may seem, well, of course, let's make sure everybody's safe. Why are some doing it and some not? So in some ways and in some rationale, that makes sense. And this is what I want to talk about right now. This is the framework by which constructs of the greater good began to form. And the building blocks for this have been going on now for from the beginning of the coronavirus. And it has gotten to a point where now the fear and concern that the infection that is real or perceived will spread to a point where you are going to be ill or cause somebody else to be ill has gotten to a point now where people are taking a greater good action and going to be forced to do the things that are based on some type of idea, not necessarily research, on what is the contractability and the spreadability of a real or perceived situation, but based on what is contrived in some ways to create a framework by which we feel safe. Whether or not this is true, nobody really knows. I don't know if they've had actual studies to show what will make someone more susceptible or not. I am a nurse, so I understand epidemiology of some sorts and how things are spread. However, this conversation is not as much about that as the construct of fear and creating a framework by which we all choose to abide to make sure that we are all safe. And those that dare not comply, well, first of all, most everybody will have to comply if you want to receive a certain outcome, which would be like to buy groceries or to go into a place of business, because those are the rules. So since the lockdown happened on March 11th, I have just been kind of watching this whole thing like it's been some type of very strange video game happening, and the programming has been continuing to be put in place so that the people who are playing the game will do it in a way that goes along with the plan and the agenda. And it's really obvious to me, and I would love to hear anybody else's thoughts about this, that we are being put in a position to where all of us will have to realize that what has been happening is there has been a very strong format for us to comply with so that we will in a very, very soon period of time, because it hasn't been that long. Today is the 9th of April. So just within a month's period of time, we've gone from just, first of all, trying to figure out what's going on to now everybody in many places will be forced to wear masks and gloves regardless of any type of situation. And I would just like to say, whether or not you believe that this is a good idea, this is not the conversation, but I just want to bring to people's consciousness to see how things can escalate without people questioning and going along with the program, and how that can escalate or, actually become more of a situation where there are more things now that we have to comply with, or else we will not be able to buy or sell certain things or go into a store and move freely about the cabin. So I just want to put this out there to have a conversation about what your thoughts are about where's the line going to be drawn, and what do you think is really happening, and is it really based on truth of contagion and what is contagious and who will be susceptible, and what is it based on? Is it based on some scientific study? Is it based on a truth that that is somewhere deeply within our scientific journals? Or is it based on somebody's or a group of people's ideas of what we should do, and then we all just begin to go along with it, and that is setting the stage for more of us to just go along with the next thing? Just something to think about, because things are going really fast. And I value my ability to choose, and I value my citizenship of having truth to be told to myself and to my family and to my friends and to my fellow American citizens before rights are taken away. And I think that all of us at this point should be asking the very same question. Think it over very deeply. And breathe, and maybe I'll meditate and really find some deeper truths about what's going on, and ask for wisdom of how to move forward.